Hi, Marcel.
Hello,
Hi, Marcel.
how are you? Sorry for the delay. Hey, Sophia. I thought I heard Latoya too. Was that just you? Can you hear me, by the way?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
I
Mike.
can hear you.
What?
It doesn't work on the speaker.
No, I hear her. She hears me.
Oh, she does?
You hear me, right?
Yep,
Yeah, Sophia said she
yep,
does.
loud
I
and
can hear
clear.
you.
So I'm on a different laptop trying to get this going, so just bear with me. Oop. Did I lose? All right, so Juju, Megan, Sophia, you're all here, right? See you, Sophia.
I'm here.
Awesome. It's weird because I don't see the other people. I see them on the right side, but I don't see on the left. All right. Well, listen, sorry for the delay. It's like I've got gremlins going on here. But we're going to keep this going. You can see my screen.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. All right, perfect. So what I want to go over today is on the KV Core. So everybody that's on this call should have access to KV Core, correct? Or is going to be using KV Core? Yeah. All right, good.
Yep.
So so with the KV Core, there's a couple different things that you need to do. And with all of you, making sure I'm going to remind you all that the success track or here, the Aging Quick Start. This is where you would find the Aging Quick Start, right? To
Okay.
get your courses.
Okay.
Make sure that you do go through them. Little side note, you know, this here is where you would actually start the course. Mine would say replay because I finished mine. But what's more important, I mean, it's important for you to go through it if you've never used KV Core and familiarize yourself with the different tutorials that they have there. But I don't want you to get paralyzed by all of the courses that they have. The more important thing is to get through it so that it opens up the different tools that are accessible through KV Core. They do lock up some of the tools until you go through the training, but more importantly, I'm going to be hand-holding you through all the different things that you need, either via through here, giving you a very quick and broad overview of what the system does. But then more importantly, you know, if you schedule out with me a one-on-one, either via Zoom or in person, I can really get in depth with what this system does and how it can help you build your business and start getting leads for you where you're not paying a referral fee from. The first thing that I implore all of you to do is make sure that when you're in your KV Core and you go to your profile, that your profile is complete, right? With your MLS IDs, your NARDS number, all the information that's on here. Make sure you update your picture. This all will feed to your website that you get through here through KV Core. Make sure you do your about me, which is your bio, put in your signature capture in there. And if you don't know where to get the signature capture, you can meet up with Jiju. He can actually show you how to do that, and put all your stuff that's pertinent to you in here. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing I want to point out real quick is that where your name is here in the upper right-hand corner, where my arrow is, if you click that down, you will see a website here. This is your website attached to KV Core. So when you click on it, this is what mine looks like. I have my search. What's my home worth? Instant listing alerts, get approved, if you still have questions, and then it has all the listings on here. And these are not my listings. These are just listings that we have through our company, right? You have just reduced, and then that about me that I had in my profiles here, and then the areas that I cover. All this stuff, just so you know, and we'll do this in another class, this website, you can completely change everything that's on here, from the backdrop to the different buttons that are on here, to how you want your website to look. You could change it all. Okay. Let me go back to the KV Core.
Marcel,
Yeah.
are on your website, are all those things filled in automatically, except from the areas that you cover? Of course, I know the bio has to be finished, and then the MLSs that we cover has to be in input. But
Yeah, and
are the other things, the listings and these things, automatically drawn in?
So when KV Core gave you your website, they gave you a basic website and it's functioning right now. If you were to share it with anybody, yes. And that's the reason why I wanted to show you that, is that you should be going into here and looking at it and playing around with it and familiarizing yourself with it, because that's how you should be able to sell it to anybody that you're working with. Is, hey, listen, go on my website. I have all the listings on there. You can do a search. You know, it's better that you use that than a Zillow or Realtor.com, because then I can help you. It'll actually notify me to let me know exactly what you're looking for, and it helps me help you, you know, type of thing. But yes, to answer your question, it gives you a generic website. It's personalized to you, but if you didn't upload your photo, then you don't have a photo up there. It'll just be, and let me see if I can find, actually, you know what, Sophia, let's take a look at yours, right? So you can actually see
Mine is not set up.
Yeah, but perfect, right? So you get to see exactly what it looks like.
It's embarrassing. I have nothing,
That's
Marcel.
okay.
Thank you. Putting me on the spot. No, that's okay. That's fine.
Good morning, all. Sophia, I don't want to blow your spot, but your email thing says Weicker on the bottom.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I know you with us now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am definitely will. G2 helped me with it yesterday, and Marcel helped me with it yesterday, because I realized when I sent out that thank you email, I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, Weicker is still on there. So
And that's a
Marcel
good
and
point.
G2 helped me with it. Oh,
Listen,
like-
that's a good point. Like, especially if you moved over from another brokerage, you should be looking at all of your websites. You should be looking at all of your social media. You should be Googling yourself to see how you come up on the internet. These are all things that you should be doing just to make sure that it's on point. You're not confusing your clients when they start looking you up,
right.
you know? But that's an excellent point.
Mhm.
And the reason why we do these things, you know, to help you. It's not to point out what's wrong, but this is your website here, Sophia. So
Okay.
once you upload your picture,
Mhm.
you'll have that, but they have they could start their search,
Okay,
see what their home is worth,
I see.
listing alerts, they can get pre-approved. They still have questions. It's almost identical to mine,
Okay,
right?
that's what I was wondering, if it would have pretty much
Yep.
the same
Pretty much the
options.
same.
Okay.
The
Okay.
only difference is that
Your picture.
my picture's up, you know, and my
Right.
background's different. That's the only thing.
I'm gonna have to get a nice modern looking house on.
Yeah,
my-
and they have those. So when you go in
How do I change
into
that?
your KV core to update your website,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Oh, okay.
you can actually go into, I forgot it, I think it's here. Is it, no, Web IDX here. I think this is a website manager.
Okay, Web ID. Web and IDX.
And you can go to the site editor here.
Template.
Get a little ahead of
Okay.
ourselves, but just to give you an
That's
idea,
okay.
so you can play around with it. Remember, you're not
Mhm.
gonna break anything, so get in there and play with it, you know?
Okay.
You see here the more options button.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can actually click on that. It'll give you different things that you can do, you know. Just get in there and play with it, you know,
Okay.
see what you can do. You can testimonials, service areas. There's a bunch of different things, site content, blogs, embedded things, your widgets, all these things you can actually change.
Okay.
More importantly, what I really wanted to get into was the leads, right? So
Okay.
everybody has some sort of sphere, right? Has some sort of a book of business, let's say, right? And if you're thinking, no, I just started, I don't have anybody, that, you got to remember, you live a life every day, right? So you go to the same cleaners, you go to the same gas station, you talk to people at the grocery store, you know, all these people are possible sphere of influence. You go to the same liquor store, you go to the same, you know, you are a creature of habit. And if you're going to different places all the time, then you should be carrying your business cards all the time and talking to people and talking to them about real estate and talking to them about what you do. You'd be surprised as you hand out a business card to somebody that doesn't know you, oh, you know, and you get into conversation, how everybody, they're curious at worst, right? They're curious to know what the market's doing, what real estate's doing. I just went to a party over the weekend with a bunch of kids that I went to high school with, and I haven't seen them in a long time. And I felt like, and I like to talk, don't get me wrong, but I felt like the whole topic that we've talked about for a good hour, hour and a half was real estate. You know, everybody's
Yeah.
curious. Everybody wants to know what their house is worth. Everybody wants to know what's going to happen in the next few months. Are we going to hit another bubble? You know, are the housing prices going to go down? How far are they going to go down? You know, if I was to sell my house now and move down where you live, down the shore, you know, what can I get, you know, for this amount of money? People want to talk about real estate. The one thing that everybody has in common is that we all need a place to live, right? That's for certain. And what I want you all to do is start, if you don't have it already, if you have a book of business of people that you have in your sphere, or either your Google contacts, people who are in your phone, create a list. Create a list of these people on an Excel spreadsheet, right? And all you need is their name, their email, and their phone number. That's all you need, right? And if you go into over here on the right-hand side where it says bulk lead import, you see that here?
Mm-hmm.
And you click on that, there's two different types of imports. There's one where you could submit a file to the company and they will clean it up and put it in for you and import it for you. That's probably the easiest way. The problem with that, it takes 3 to 5 business days, 3 to 5 business days for them to upload it into your system. Okay. Or you can manually do it yourself. Okay. And it's not hard. So if you click here to learn more about importing your leads, on here, it's going to give you an overview on how to do it, right? If you wanted to try it on your own. The most important thing is getting the, let me see, because you guys are in the way here. Let me just move you guys out of the way. Trying to find the export fields is no. I'm looking for the templates, import templates, right? So if I click on here, it's going to give me a template on how to create your CSV file in order to import these. Now they have a lot of information on here because KV Core does a lot of things. First name, last name. Don't worry about the spouse. If you have them, great. You can put that in there too. Your hashtag. So what you're gonna call them. If you're doing a import from your phone book on your iPhone, you can hashtag them iPhone contacts. You know, if you're importing people from a list that you had from a previous company, you could put previous clients from different company. You can hashtag it whatever you want. Just remember when you're hashtagging, it's like a hashtag on any social media, no spaces, right? It's going to be continuous, contacts from iPhone. There's going to be no spaces in between those words, right? It's just going to be contacts from iPhone. You want to put their email address. If they have a second one, great. If they don't, if you have the spouse's email, that's fine. Any of the fields that you're not using, like the spouse's first name, spouse's last name, you could delete those fields if you're not using it. And then you have the cell phone too. Not many people have two cell phones, but if they do, put it in there, work phone, home phone. You get the gist, right? Go all the way down. The more important information is going to come towards the end. And all this stuff, I actually delete all of this stuff that's on there. I don't put any of this stuff on here. This is the most important part, is phone on, text on, email on, deal type, status, right? These here are the most important aspects that you need on here. The phone on, text on, email, opt-in, these here are going to allow you or not allow you to either give them a call, text, or email them. So on these, what I ask you all to do is just put true on all of these. So if you have a row of, 200 people, 20 people, 5 people, whatever it is, just mark these all as true when you're putting your Excel spreadsheet together, okay? The deal type, this is where you would put in whether they're a vendor, an agent, a buyer, a seller, or both, right? Or an agent, seller, or just the seller, or just the buyer. You'd put that in the deal type, and then the status. On the status, all these people, if you haven't put them on any type of campaign or search alerts or anything, you would put them in as sphere, just your sphere. Don't put them in as new lead. Don't put them in as an active lead. Put them in just the sphere. These statuses here, this is one of the most important things here. If you put them on the wrong status, it can trigger a campaign to start sending them stuff, and you don't want to do that. So try and keep them all as sphere.
What can you repeat that about the sphere?
Sure.
Sorry.
So the statuses here, all these statuses, each one, whether it, and I'll show you here so it makes sense. So when you're looking at a client, let me just pull one up. Christopher Quinn. I have him as a prospect, right? Now you'll see here, let's move this down a little bit. Nope, this one. You'll see here, if I change him from a prospect to an active lead, what's going to happen is the status says that it was changed from prospect to active lead, right? And then it puts them on some sort of campaign. So if I look at my future touches, it's going to have a sphere check-in, recruit from referrals. This is the way I have mine set up. Yours might be set up a little bit different. Tom's River check-in. You see, it automatically puts them in on a campaign.
Okay.
All right, to start marketing them.
So you said if they're not our people that we're working with, we just put spares?
Put them as sphere or prospect. Sphere is
prospect.
probably, as you see, this is a journey here, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm,
you got
mhm.
sphere to prospect, prospect to new lead to active lead to client, client to contract, and then contract to close,
Mhm.
right? And on each one of these, as you move your clients along to where they are in their journey,
Right.
we'll put them on a different campaign and start marketing them. The whole point of this system is once you have it working, right, it's going to nurture your new agents, your new clients. It's going to nurture the ones that you're working with, and then it's also going to nurture them after you close, so that 5, 6, 3 years after, when they're ready to sell again, you're in front of their minds. It's almost like sending them a mailer every month, right? You keep them in your sphere, to keep them working, keep you relevant, keep reminding them that you do business, okay? And as they interact with the system has artificial intelligence to understand exactly what they're looking for and make adjustments to what they're looking for without you even doing anything, okay? So let's get back to where we were. Okay, so back to the spreadsheet. And once again, if you don't feel confident in doing this on your own, let me know. Hey, listen, I want to upload a list of people, and we can actually schedule out a time to really delve into this to get this going. This is one of the most crucial parts of KV Core, is getting leads into your system and properly uploading them into your system, because from there, then you really could start marketing to them, to where when they're on campaigns, you're on your dashboard, and all you have to do is every Monday, come back to your dashboard, and you're going to go here from your dashboard here. You're going to go here, and you're going to look at, all right, who opened up my emails? So you're going to click on email events, and you're going to see this person just opened up my email 20 hours ago, 21 hours ago, a day ago, 2 days ago. All these people are opening up my emails. So now I'm curious to know, what is it exactly that they're opening? So I can go into Stephanie. I could see if I go down here. All right, she opened up this email. Let me see what this is about. Okay, so I sent her a congratulations. She closed on 405 White Pine Court in Pemberton. I sent her what we call our reality check. This is what she would have been paid on if she was with us. I know that she just opened it a day ago, right? Or yeah, she just opened it on the 22nd, so 2 days ago. So then I would contact Stephanie and say, hey, Stephanie, now this translates to a buyer or seller too. Hey, Stephanie, I just saw that you opened up my email. What'd you think about that reality check that I sent you? Is it something that you want to pursue further and finding out, more about our tools and stuff that we have to offer here? Translating it to a buyer or seller. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? I saw that you opened up my email on 123 Main Street. Is that a property that you're interested in going to see? Or blah, 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 whatever, or, hey, I saw that you looked at a property evaluation. Were you looking on doing one on your own home? Do you want to find out what the value of your home is? I can help you with that at no cost to you, and trying to make the appointment. That's the whole point of this, is to find the people who are actually engaging with your system, like this one here, Elizabeth. She opened up an email. It looks like one that I sent out about taking a tour. And here's the great thing, right? I can go in here, I can hit view, and I could see the actual email that she opened up. Come take a tour of our office to find out how you can keep more money in your pocket and not lose any of the tech tools or support, right? So she clicked on this and looked at this information that I put together through one of my dynamic emails that I put together. And here, where you have the open envelope, it gives you the date and the time that she opened it. Okay, so you're always in the know. You're not going to be making a blind call, not knowing what did she open, what engaged, her to open that up. Well, this is what engaged her. So now I could call Elizabeth and say, hey, listen, I saw you were looking at the tools that we have to offer here. Were you thinking about taking a tour in our office? You know, if you want to translate that to real estate, is, hey, Elizabeth, I saw that you opened up my email about the open house that I'm doing on 123 Main Street. Did you get a chance to come visit me at my open house, or are you planning on going to my open house? Is this the type of house that you're looking for to purchase? This eliminates that cold call where you're just getting a list of neighborhoods and just calling them saying, hi, this is Sophia from Realty One Group Central. We ever think about listing your house or selling your house? You know, and they didn't even think about it. You know, you just grab their name from a list and now you're cold calling them. This takes that away. You're actually going to be targeting and calling the people who are engaging in real estate activities. These are people that are doing evaluations. These are people that are looking at your emails. These are people that are responding back to your emails. And you'll see, they will respond. And sometimes you may not have, you know, you might be busy, let's say, and you don't respond to them right away. The
Mhm.
system will do that for you. Okay. So if they're talking to your system through the artificial intelligence, believe me, your clients will not know. You can pick up right from where the computer ended and say, hey, Stephanie, I saw that you were asking about this, or saw that you were asking about that, you know, and it's more of a warm call. So that's on the email events. For anybody that's doing valuations on their properties, you can actually click on valuations and see who's doing valuations on their properties. It's going to give you their address, right? And I've used this one as an example. This was from 2 months ago. And with this guy here, I actually engaged with him to see what he was looking to do. He did an evaluation. We spoke. And when you talk to these people, the best thing to do, just so that you keep track of everything, is that I have his number in my phone, but you would take a note and add a note into the system. Spoke with Kevin. He's not ready to move right now, possibly looking to refinance. You know, call him in about 3 or 4 months just to see how he made out. You know, you could do that. And then you can also, if you wanted to, you can add a task and then set up a reminder to yourself, you know, a date and time of when to call him back in 3 months. And you can add that task so it'll actually alert you as you get onto KV Core. This whole system here is to eliminate just making a call in the dark. This is just to eliminate all that. And then here's the other part, is the property views. So write this down. It should be EVP, right? Emails, valuation, property views. That's what you should be doing every Monday to start your week, to find a prospect that's going to be working with you. EVP, emails, valuations, property views, right? Emails, valuations, property views. And when you click on the property views, you have all these people that are looking at properties 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 36 minutes ago, right? Roberto Reyes looked at this 36 minutes ago. And these are also calls that you could be making to these people to say, hey, listen, Roberto, what'd you think of 25 Conover Street in Freehold? Is that something that you wanted to go see, make an appointment to? You know, is this the type of house that you're looking for? I can actually set this up on my system to alert you to any houses that come up just like this. So
Marcel, and these names are the contacts that you've uploaded, whether they're spares or you've gotten them from a lead, you know, something like Cole Realty or whatever. These are names or
right.
past clients and referrals that you've used.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
a total book of business of what I have. And the majority that I really use this for recruiting purposes, as you could see.
Right.
But I do have some clients that are in here that go in and check out properties and look at stuff. Also, too, because I'm the administrator on here, I also have access to Purnima and some of the other agents that are in here to help them with their stuff. So some of these clients are not mine; they're their clients. But Roberto Reyes here, he's a new lead, right? If I wanted to go in here and set up a property alert, right? I can go in here And this is where I'm telling everybody when they're like, oh, I want to know how to set up a property alert on my Garden State MLS, or I want to know how to set up a property alert on my Central Jersey MLS or my Flex MLS. You don't have to do that. You could just come here and you go put the area that they want to look in, right? Either city, county, or zip. You can draw on a map if you wanted to and just circle an area that you think they want to be in. I would do the whole city, county, or zip. That's more accurate than drawing on a map. You can put in the listing type, right? What they're looking for, whether it's single family, what have you, their price range, how many beds, how many baths, or you could keep it very vague. You know, if they're all over the place, don't make it so poignant, you know. And then what you could, my recommendation is, because you can set up 2 alerts for each person. The first alert, I would make it very specific to what they're looking for, like that needle in a haystack that they're looking for, 2-car garage, 2,400 square feet, you know, whatever it is that they want on their pool, whatever it is that they want on their wish list, you put that on there. And then on the second alert, you make it a little bit more vague so that they're getting, you know, listings to see. Because if you make it really poignant, you're waiting for that one perfect house to really hit their scope, right? That's why you do the one very specific, and then you do the one more broad. And what's going to happen is, as the broad ones go into their queue, they're going to click on specific ones that they like. And by them doing that, the system will learn what they're looking at. You know, whether it's a 4-bedroom versus a 3-bedroom, whether it's a price point that they're looking at, if they're picking a house that then have a specific tax bracket, you know, the system will learn that and will then adjust and start putting houses in front of them that are like the ones that they like. It becomes very specific after a while. I can tell you this, that I have had clients come through this system. They were nurtured through the system. I did absolutely nothing with them. And then all of a sudden, I'm in my dashboard and I'm doing my EVPs, and the emails is the first one that I go into. And on my emails with the previous company I was at, there was an email that popped up from a client that came to my open house 6 months ago. Wound up working with them for about 2.5 months, and they wound up closing with me. So the system works. I promise you it works. But the most important thing is uploading the people into the, or more importantly, getting the list put together correctly, right? From there, uploading it into your system. Once it's uploaded to your system, attaching them to some sort of campaign. So that's another example I'll give you. So just go to CJ Rebecca. You can go here and you have different campaigns that you can add to them, right? So if they are a active buyer, you can put them on an active buyer campaign. If they're a active seller, you put them on an active seller campaign. If they're a contract buyer or a new lead buyer, somebody that you really don't have an established relationship with, you could put them down as a new lead buyer. If they came to an open house, you could send them an open house campaign. There's different campaigns that are set up that you can send to them that will start nurturing them. The one thing I don't want you guys to do is to get wrapped around the details. This is not something that needs to be perfect, because remember, if it's too perfect, then it's going to look like it came from a computer, right? This is something just to engage your clients. So don't worry about it being absolutely accurate, because as your clients play with this system and they start making their own adjustments is when the system really starts working. So like the CJ Becky here, you see these stars here, and we've talked about this before. These stars will automatically be going, they'll increase as the time goes on and as they engage more with the system. Okay, this person's a 2-star, so maybe they opened up one of my emails or one of my text messages or responded to something or didn't respond much. At 2 stars, it's really not somebody that I would be going after aggressively. If there were 3, 4, 5 stars, different. This became a 2-star because you see here, I actually made an outbound call and it said that CJ, he's in the doctor's office at this moment. He said he would call me back. Apparently, he didn't call me back because I don't have anything else after that. So this is CJ. I can call him back and see what's going on with that. And you see here, if you keep proper notes, right? It's never a guessing game. You know, you can go back to your notes, see, all right, I spoke to him, he was at the doctor's office. So I'd call him back and say, hey, listen, you know, last time I spoke to you, you were at the doctor's office. I didn't want to bother you. But do you have a minute now to talk? You know, and you could start off with that. So now you're not somebody that he doesn't know per se. Yes, you don't know him, but there's that sort of connection. You know, when you bring up something that you spoke about before, they're like, oh yeah, I was at the doctor's office. Okay, so I must have spoke to this person. They're more likely to engage with you at that point in time. Now, the whole purpose of this system is not only to keep you engaged with your prospective clients, right? It's also to keep you in the know, right, of what they're looking at and to nurture your business so that it's not an exact cold call. It's a warm call when you call them. And as the system keeps going on, like all these people that I have, whether they're Century 21, Remax, Keller, Colwell, I will tell you this, in the very beginning, as I'm speaking to them, of course, I'm getting a ton of no's, right? But then as I speak to them after a while and after another while and after another while, month after month after month, you see they start softening up a little bit. Hey, Marcel, and you know, now it's almost like they know me. You know, hey, Marcel, what's going on? Listen, last time we talked, you know, XYZ happened, blah, blah, blah. Has anything else changed? You know, anything going on in your life? Is there something that, you know, I can help you with? And you see, you start building that relationship with them. That's what real estate is all about, right? Building relationship, gaining trust. And then as you start closing them, you know, it makes things a lot easier where then you turn it into referrals. You know, if you do a good job for them, you turn them into a referral and you ask for somebody that you can help that they know is possibly looking at a property or possibly looking to sell their home, where you can actually send them an evaluation so that they could do on their own home. And then you can come in and tweak it and tell them how accurate or inaccurate it is when they do it on their own. This here on the whole left side here, there's a ton of information here on the left side, all the way down to your business analytics, where you can actually see how your performance is going, the KV core activities, see who's engaging. You know, for me in the last 90 days, I made 139 calls. I left 1,973 text messages, over 4,000 emails. I had 148 property views. Search alerts, there were 127 search alerts. There are 2 behaviors that actually went up from people looking at it. And my smart campaign, I put 3,051 people on a smart campaign. Now, these behavior alerts and these search alerts, remember, I'm not really using this for real estate. There are some people in there that I use for real estate, but these mostly are agents that were probably put on a wrong campaign, or I had put them on the wrong status, and they're actually doing their own search alerts through my website. You know, so I have agents actually using my stuff in KV Core. And if agents are using it, you know that the regular public is going to use it as well. Here's the consumer interest if you want to go into here. Once again, it's probably not going to be very updated because I don't use this much for real estate. Just move this over.
It's going.
So here, the top properties in the last 30 days that people were looking at, it has that on there, which is pretty cool. Most popular in the last 30 days was Freehold Borough, Manalapan, East Windsor. And the top 10 prices were more than 200,000, the 4 to 500,000, and 3 to 400,000. And then your top zip codes. And then top 10 neighborhoods. So Covered Bridge, Twin Rivers, Stonehurst, Alpharetta Green, or Adelphia Greens, Mill Ponds. These are all the top neighborhoods that have been searched through the system. So this gives you a lot of different content that you can go in, and then obviously this is my analytics, so I could see what the agents are doing. But this system here does a ton, and you really have to get into it, play with it, get lost in it, make your mistakes with it, but really start using it so that it starts working for you, because the system will work for you. And it will nurture your business, and it will get you leads that you don't have to pay for to start working your business. I know there's a lot of information. There's always a lot of information when I get on these calls. But once again, the purpose of these calls, and I'm glad that you guys are on here, is just to give you an overview of what the stuff does. And then what I want you all to do is go back, right, and really think about, all right, what do I need this system to do for me, or what do I want this system to do for me? And then say to yourself, let me call Marcel and say, listen, this is what I want to do. I got 20 people, or I even have one. I got one person, and I want to set them up on a search alert so that homes start getting sent to them. And as you do one person, you'll see you want to do another, and then another, and then you'll have a list of 10 or 15 people that you'll want to upload at once. And then at that point in time is where it becomes fun, because then you watch how they progress through the system. And then you're waiting for that moment. It's almost like fishing, right? You're waiting for that one moment where your rod just jiggles a little bit, as they're looking at a property view, or they have a question, or they send you an email or even a text, and now you're responding either through the system or, on your phone. The other thing that I want you all to do is there are 2 apps through KV Core. Okay. There is the KV Core Contact app, right? So if you go in here, I don't know if it's too bright. Right? You have your KV Core contact system. So it's got your inbox, your activities, and your notifications. Okay. That's one app that I want you all to download. And then there is the KV Core Open House app. Okay. This KV Core Open House app is an app that you can use when you're doing an open house. You can put your contacts in as they're coming into your open house, and they will automatically be put into the system in your KV Core, and they will be put on the proper campaign right away, which would be the open house campaign, where they start getting emails and text messages from the system to try and nurture them through your system so that you could start working with them. That's exactly how I got the one client off of the KV Core. They came to my open house, they logged into my open house on my phone, and then the system started nurturing them. And then about 4 or 5 months later, they started working with me. Those are the 2 apps I want you all to download on your phone. Other than that, I don't know. I'm sorry.
2 apps are the KV Core.
Yeah.
And then the open house app.
Yeah, the KV Core Contacts, and then
Contacts. Okay, that's what it's called. Okay.
If you just type in KV Core,
it will come up.
It will come up. Yep, it will come up. Let's see. Bless you. There's KV Core Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when you put in KV Core, these are the 2 apps that are going to come up. And both of these are the 2 that you want to, the first 2.
Okay, KV Core, I got it.
Yep.
I see it. KV Core Mobile and KV Core Open House. Got it.
Those are the 2 that you want to download.
Got it.
Same logins for your KV Core. And that way, when somebody does come into your system on KV Core, you will get the alerts on your phone. Like if they send you a text or an email, you can actually answer right back through the system. Bless you. right through the phone, right through there.
Okay.
And then we'll get into, once you have people in your system, how to update them, you know, how to go in and make adjustments, how to change their number, because this system here also, let me see if I can put this back in so I can show you. This system here, this will do a verification on the people's emails and their phone numbers. So this little button here,
Oh,
little check mark, if you click on it, it'll do a verification. It says it ran it successfully. Oop, not this one. Right, no additional details were found, right, on this person. And after a while, you'll see a check mark here and you'll see a check mark here. They'll verify the phone number and the email. Another thing that you can do here as well is if you go into more actions, as you get to know these people, you can also find them on Facebook. So if I click on Facebook, oh, I have to sign in. This is not my computer. I'm using another computer, so I'm not signed into here. But if you clicked on that, it would find them on Facebook. It would find them on Google, LinkedIn. So let's see Google, if I can find this person. There you go. So Shanti Walker, she's a Century 21 agent. It found her all over Google. You can do the same thing with your clients. It's crazy the amount of information that you can compile before you even make the first call on your client. You know, I love the system. I've been using it for a while. It's not an easy system to just click and peck and, you know, just do your thing. It is something that you definitely have to learn and use and familiarize yourself with. And it's better to do it with a coach. It's really hard to do it on your own. I'll be honest with you. I've been using this system for 5 years, so I'm pretty well versed on it. There are still some things that I do learn every day on it. But if you can master this system, it can really, really be a great tool for you to, you know, to nurture leads. And leads are, that's everybody's number one, you know, goal, is to get as many leads as you possibly can without paying for them, right? This is a system that'll help you do that for sure. Anybody have any questions on the stuff that we went over?
no, not for me. I'm gonna set up an appointment with you for maybe next week.
Perfect.
So
Latoya?
I do. So the people I get from Op City, so I should just put them in as Spears,
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
like how the listings come up on KV Core, because I don't, the one app, unless I'm using the phone, it's kind of tricky on the computer. I don't know how to find the address and stuff. But on KV Core, like if I put Burlington, New Jersey, it gives me a list and yada, 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 which is easier. But if I want to share that, that's where I have an issue with sharing that listing to the person that I found on KV Core.
Right. So what I would implore you all to do is, and that's a great source of leads for you, Latoya, right? Is the Op City leads. You can actually put them in here. And then what you would do is just set them up on a property alert, you know, on the areas that they're looking for, and let this system work for you, since, you know, you have a second job, right? Let
Right,
the
I'm on it
system
now.
work for you while you're at your job, and then you can go in and take a look at your dashboard and see, all right, John looked at this, Mary looked at that, you know, this and that, whatever, and then you can manage your business on your time.
Okay, all right.
You know,
Thank
and I
you.
can help you with that, you know. So one day when you're in here, bring your make sure you bring your laptop though, you know, because it's a lot
Yes.
easier to function this on the laptop, or go through this on a laptop. And then we could start loading some of these people into your system and start setting them up on search alerts. Once you do one search alert, you'll be able to do multiple. You know, it'll just come. You'll see once I show you how to do it, you'll see how easy it is in order for you to do. And then through the app, you can actually, that would be an app that you can actually function and use, you know, all day long to nurture your clients. Make sense?
Yeah, sorry, driving.
Yeah,
It's all right.
makes sense.
Gigi, you have anything to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Megan, you have any questions?
I don't think so. I think I just need to get in there and play around with everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things, like I said, you know, and even at that point where if you have a time that you think you're gonna get in there, you know, give me a call. I'll hop on Zoom with you and we can fumble around with it. And, you know, I can actually say, all right, click on here, go to the left, a little bit up. You see that? Click on that. Okay, do this, you know, at least to get you guys going. The most important thing is just jumping in the pool. You know, you'll figure out how to swim once you're in there. I won't let you drown, I promise you. All right. Well,
Thank you.
any other questions? If not, thank you for logging in. And you need me, call me, text me, or email me. It's easy to get me.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Marcel. Take care,
Have a
everyone.
great
Have a
day.
good day.
Thank you. You all take care.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks again.